welcome everyone. Honoree-Louise here with another Pokemon tag video as promised. So today I'm gonna go through the legendary Pokemon book tag which is created by Sarah at Novel Sarah Deputy. I'm gonna leave the original video down below. Now let's get started. The first prompt is based on Mew, your original favorite book, the book that started it all. So for this, I'm going to go with the first book that I actually have memory of reading other than fairy tales, which is White Fang by Jack London. Next question. Mewtwo, a series where you prefer the second book to the first. I'm gonna go with the Queen Thief series. So the first book is The Thief and the second book is The Queen of Atolia. And I'm prefer the second book to the first book, mostly because there's more political intrigue in the second book, and the first book was in first person and the second book was in third person, and you see from multiple point of view, which I generally prefer as a rule. I actually prefer the third book even more than these two, so the series just gets better and better. The next one is Zapdos, a book where you wanted a character to be struck down by lightning, never to return. So, Sarah had a villain for her answer to this question. For me, it was a protagonist. I don't feel that strongly about villain, usually, in the sense that if they are really bad and has no redeeming quality, then they're not like a real person to me. I don't feel anything about them, mostly. And if they are more nuanced, then I usually don't want them to be struck by lightning because they are making the story better. Anyway, my answer for this is Laia in the An Amber in the Ashes series. She just annoyed me a lot. Especially in the second book where she just like, I don't have the capability to save these people, but that's the right thing to do, so you should do it and you need to do it, and she just, you know, like get other people to do things for her. I have not read the third book, but I'm quite sure that she's not gonna get better. So the next one is Moltres, a book that really got your blood boiling. I'm not sure if this means that I should be excited about the book or I should be angry to get my blood boiling. I'm going to go with the more positive of the two. Going to go with Half a King. This is by Joe Abercrombie, and I also really like his First Law series, but this one is a YA book, and that means that you kind of get more action from the get-go. The next one is Articuno, a book that you wait for the world to freeze over before you got rid of it. So I'm gonna assume that this means getting rid of it and never see it again and never get it from the library or buy it again, because I'm probably moving next year, and I feel like none of this book I would be so attached to that I cannot unhaul and then haul again. Assuming that I cannot buy it again, ever, then this is my answer. You can see that I use this as an answer for the starter Pokemon book tag for the favorite series as well. But just to be completely safe, that I cannot like get the whole series, I would keep the first one. I debated keeping the first one versus the third one, but I feel like if I can only read one of these again, I would read this because it's more self-contained. Next one is Lugia, a book that you feel like has psychic powers, a book that really speaks to you on a personal level. For this, I would go with the Poet X. It speaks to me on a personal level, just especially in terms of using poetry and spoken word to express yourself, and yeah, it's really moved me. The next one is Entei. Characters from a book or book series that you wouldn't mind being your parents, or characters that remind you of your parents. For this, I'm going to go with Lily Potter in the Harry Potter series. I would say she reminds me of my mom just because of the sacrifice. I could have chosen someone who is actually able to be there for their kid throughout, like Molly, but I feel like Molly is a little bit too overbearing. And even though we don't actually see Lily parenting, I feel like she would be someone who is like my mother, who is super caring, who will sacrifice everything for her kids, but still let them have room to breathe, you know? Yeah. Okay. The next one is Hello, a book that you love that you feel like no one even knows about. So this is something that I just read recently. It's called The Nine Rainbow by Claire King. It's about this little girl, so it's from the perspective of a 5-year-old little girl whose mother is pregnant and is super depressed because her husband had just passed away. It's a really sad book, but there's some hope in the end, and I feel like the author did a really great job writing from the perspective of the 5-year-old. Like, seeing through her eyes is amazing. So the last one is Latias and Latios, a book with a duo that you absolutely adore. And I'm going to hold Holmes and Watson in any of the Sherlock Holmes book, really. That's it for the legendary Pokemon book tag. I hope you like it, and I hope you try it out if you like Pokemon, if you like the questions, and you know, if you just want to do a tag in general. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!